Good morning and good umaga to you all. Today marks the day that the world celebrates World Fisheries Day. While the meaning of this may vary, it is important to know that the World Fisheries Day was established to draw attention to overfishing, habitat destruction, and other serious threats to the sustainability of our marine and freshwater resources. Now more than ever, the impacts of climate change have further raised emphasis on the threats faced by our marine resources and the need to collectively sustain it. It is our belief that raising awareness is important. Awareness forms a basis of understanding and sets a platform for people to learn about not just benefits of ocean resources, but how our actions have affected the very existence of marine resources. An important question that we can ask ourselves is, why care about fisheries? World fisheries and aquaculture employ more than 43 million individuals worldwide. More than 35% of the world's dietary protein is provided by fish, and the human population consumes over 100 million metric tons of fish annually. In the Pacific, coastal nations have exploited marine resources on two different sectors. One being the offshore fisheries, while the other being coastal fisheries. Tuna fishing in Fiji and the Pacific Islands region has a rich history. For centuries, tuna have provided an important source of food for Fiji and Pacific Island people, while the traditional fishing techniques and equipment involved are part of their cultural heritage. Today, tuna are also an important source of income and employment for many Pacific Island nations. For island nations, the tuna resources within their 200-mile exclusive economic zones represent their only significant renewable resource and their best opportunity for economic development. In light to this, coastal fishing is of fundamental importance in Fiji and the Pacific region. Much of our nutrition, welfare, culture, employment, and recreation are based on the living resources in the zone between the shoreline and the outer reefs. The continuation of current lifestyle, the opportunities for future development, and food security are all highly dependent on coastal fisheries resources. Although dropped in both volume and value by the offshore tuna fisheries, the sectorial fisheries that are based on coastal resources provide most of the non-imported fish supplies to the region. Coastal fisheries covers a very diverse range of finfish, invertebrates, and others. While having said this, a recent United Nations study reported that more than 2/3 of the world's fisheries have collapsed or are currently being overfished. Much of the remaining 1/3 is in a state of decline because habitat degradation from pollution and climate change. The next question we should ask ourselves is, what can we do to help? In a nutshell, the effects of overfishing are still reversible. That is, if we act now and act strongly. Through collaboration and commitment, we can reverse the threats faced by our resources. While it might take a decade for a fishery to recover, action needed to help achieve this needs to start now. It is always hard to give up our resources for the sake of conservation. However, big decisions need to happen now before we reach the point of no return. Every long-term, successful and sustainable fishery, near shore, offshore, or high seas, needs to be managed according to some basic ground rules. 1. Safe catch limits. A constantly reassess scientifically determined limit on the total number of fish to be caught and landed by a fishery should be enforced and implemented. 2. Controls on bycatch. The use of techniques or management rules to prevent the unintentional killing and disposal of fish, crustaceans, and other oceanic life is important. Third, protection of pristine and important habitats. The key parts in ecosystems need full protection from destructive fisheries. This includes the spawning and nesting grounds of fish, delicate seafloor, unique unexploited habitats, and also the coral reefs and its surrounding habitats. Monitoring and enforcement is always an important part of sustainability. A monitoring system ensures that fisheries do not land more than they are allowed to, do not fish in closed areas, and cheat as less as possible. We need to make sure management systems based on these rules are implemented everywhere, in combination with the banning of protected species and gears that are destructive. It is fair to say that a single individual cannot solve this problem all by his or herself. We need to support each other and work collaboratively. In politics, we need your support to continue to pass policies and laws that ensure sustainability. Now is the time to think about the blue economy and how we can support each other. There are initiatives currently being done to mitigate the pressure posed on our resources, and we believe that through aquaculture alternatives and the ability to raise more awareness, we will be able to achieve our goals. In conclusion, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to take the necessary steps now. Let us continue to use every opportunity we have to play our part, whether this be in terms of joining a coastal cleanup, respecting the size limits, ensuring that our coastal habitats are protected. These are simple yet effective steps towards the right direction. Again, through collaboration and partnership, we will achieve greater things, and one being sustainability. I would like to end with the Ministry of Fisheries slogan, which reads, and I quote, "Our ocean, our fish, our future," end quote. Let's work together to help sustain Fiji's fisheries for the future.
Terus ada proses yang untuk secara